Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Grubdog. Good evening, morning, wherever you are, whether you're on Earth or planet ZDR. We got a great race coming up here in the Thoha bracket, Metroid Dread, any percent NMG, and I got races are pretty much ready. Gonna be starting very soon. Oh, and if you're on ZBs, that's fine too. I hope the. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, this is any percent NMG, no major glitches, so going through this game as fast as possible. A couple of small glitches to help get us through. Yeah, it looks like we'll be running up on time on the hour. Both runners ready. And you might see here they have a file ready to go. It has like 3 minutes 44 already on the clock. That's just how we make these speedrunning files. So if you want to make a speedrunning file for this game, just go to new game after beating it, and then immediately go back to the main menu, and you can start the game controlling Samus without having to watch the intro. Oh, we got 15 seconds. Naru's got to get his controller ready here. Okay, no worries. Hope they're ready. Yep, a bit of suspense there. 3, 2, 1, and both runners are off. Let's go. Straight into a loading screen. Yeah, it has some useful tips. The dash melee, actually, that's a good speedrun tech. You want to dash melee off ledges. It can be faster than just falling regularly. All sorts of stuff like that. You'll see almost straight away. Samus starts off with the melee, starts off with a slide. Got up with missiles as well. Shooting this blob. Very clean wall jumps. Straight into our first boss. I mean, first Atom text. Smashing through that. We don't need to hear that. Right, this is the melee tutorial. Pretty much just press X and give this bug a little high five and we're off. Now this climb is kind of technical, like it kind of just rewards like good movement. You want to have like quick ledge hops. Very smooth by these runners. They're getting up no problem. Well, a bit of problem with the bat right there by Ddraig, but he's up. So this is the first like minor glitch, this shooting these blobs from the other side. It's a really tricky angle, this one. Oh, Naru's got one shot, you gotta shoot this one twice. Ddraig lining it up there, making sure it's precise. Oh, and it works out for him, gets the first shot. And Ddraig actually takes the lead back there, getting those clean pseudo waves. So we call it pseudo wave because the wave beam in this game shoots through walls, but we can do it without the wave beam if we have a very precise angle, and now Naru is through. Alright, the first boss, Corpius. Here you just want to be accurate and fast. This is rookie mode, so we have plenty of missiles, but so Drake's into the second phase. You want to get these missiles in, and then if you don't get enough, you got to shoot the tail to start phase 3. Yeah, it looks like Naru's doing that now. Oh, and Naru takes the lead back again with a slightly better Corpius. We've got Ddraig just finishing him off now as well. Both runners getting their Phantom Cloak. So that's how we get out of here, through these cloak doors. Ddraig just unfortunately sliding a bit too late or something. Yeah, so the sliding with the cloak is like a little bit of a trick. It just allows you to get through there faster. Because normally when you activate cloak, you move really slow. You can't slide or do much. But if you activate them at the same time as sliding or meleeing, apparently, which I only just found out, you can get through those doors faster. Drag it at him. Naru taking down these blocks. So this is an Emmy area, but because both runners opted to go for early Corpius with that pseudo wave, Emmy hasn't been activated yet. So nothing too dangerous in these rooms, just the ledges and the blocks really, but they can be treacherous in their own way. Naru sliding down here, the item tutorial, so I believe both runners will be doing the early space route, which means you pretty much have to get the item tutorial at some point, so just sliding through that gap now. And here's another tough trick Naru's coming up to now. This is a kind of precise jump. You want to cloak and land at the right spot and then jump and respin. Oh, gets over. Oh, Ddraig falls down, unfortunately. But they can just change the water level and do some platforming to get back up. Bit of a time loss, but can still get out of there. Now we're coming up to the next trick. This is a... Oh, gets it first try. Very clean wall jump there. That skips raising the water platform in that room. Ddraig on their way there now. We'll see how they go with it. And also gets it first try. Nice to see. And now he gets charge beam. Just like Phantom Cloak, it's good that charge beam's here, or you wouldn't be able to get out because these doors can only be opened with a charge beam. And charge beam is like a nice thing to have when the runners come back through Artaria. We're going to be doing the climb a second time, but with charge beam, if you just hold it down, you can kind of just jump through enemies. So it makes the climb a little bit more pleasant. Movement looking pretty clean here from both runners. Looks like they're both grabbing the E-tank. That one's pretty much free. Oh, Naru cloaking a bit early there as well. Or a bit late, sorry. You just don't want that door to know you're there. Spin falls there for Naru, going down to activate this thermal magma pipe that opens the door for some reason. Oh no, Ddraig accidentally triggering that cloak door as well. These runners there, they're trying to push that a bit farther. Still love to see them go for it. Oh, Naru nails one of the hardest rooms in the game. It's very easy to accidentally wall jump there. I think I've done that in both my last two races. Ddraig now heading for the thermal switch. Oh, there's an example of an accidental wall jump. Like when the ledges are just like too high up, if you're like a little bit too low or hasty, or you're not holding the jump button too long, then you can accidentally wall jump instead of ledge hop. Oh, Naru going for setupless Maga Skip. He just gets it first try, no worries at all. Wow, that was impressive. Doesn't even need a setup. This man is too fast. Do the control unit now. So this actually counts as a boss on the result screen. There's a couple of these in the game. You want to take down these, so you have a way to take down the Emmy. Samus is going to absorb the Mega Beam. Something else you saw Ddraig just do, they have, or about to do. Or just see them do Mega Skip. Gets it first try as well, wow. Both runners having a pretty clean Artaria. And see, they're running out of the door and back in here just to trigger the Emmy that we never triggered before. Naru has to jump over. Let's see if they can finish it off here. Ooh, getting a bit close. Ooh, Emmy's gone up on the wall there. Alright, it's looking fine though. So wherever you kill the Emmy, you're just going to end up wherever the Emmy died. So now they're going to end up on the bottom platform after the kill. Not too much of a time loss having to fall down there. So Naru's got their spider magnet. We'll see how Ddraig deals with the Emmy here. Ooh, bit of a wall jump there. He's got to be careful. Alright, coming up here. Yeah, should give himself plenty of room. That's looking good. Nice. Both runners take out the Emmy without getting caught. You love to see that. And they're getting the spider magnet, so Naru can climb this magnet wall now, and you can do single wall jumps up magnet walls. You can pull platforms down with it. Quite a nice ability, helps us in the next area. Ooh, nice cloak slide there from Naru. Doing that left side wall jump, that's very clean. Now Ddraig on their way out of there with the spider magnet as well. So as you see, they had to start from a bit further to the right because they killed the Emmy up there. Just a... Oh, Naru gets a very smooth damage boost. That's a great Artaria for Naru. Oh, I jinxed it. The bat's saying, nope, no one can have a great Artaria. But Naru's up there at the elevator. About 10 minutes, that's a clean Artaria. And Ddraig not too far behind. Oh no, Ddraig accidentally walking through that. Some people call that the walk of shame. I just call it the walk of contemplation, you know. You can just think about your inputs. Don't want to be too negative here. But yeah, if you just cloak without hitting slide in time, then Samus just does a really slow walk through those doors. It can be painful. Gets a nice close slide there though. And opting to take this magnet, this is a lot safer than the damage boost. If the damage boost goes wrong, you're in real trouble. But the magnet's like about 7 seconds slower going up the top, but it's just making sure he gets out of here. And Naru here, potentially talking to Adam for the last time. I actually don't know if they're going for Adam skip. I think they are, but we'll just wait and see. And Ddraig out of Artaria, about a minute behind I would say at this point. Naru just with super clean movement through Artaria to get a bit of a lead coming through Cataris here. Opening more doors with this thermal technology. With clean spin falls. Let's see what kind of strat they go for here. Ooh, nice, gets the one cycle. Oh, okay, Naru's going through heater room. This is kind of dangerous. You just have to have clean movement here. Your health constantly going down. Want to get a clean shot on those blobs and gets through, no worries.
Didn't make the
Ddraig opening the doors now. See what kind of strat they go for on the magnet. There's like so many different things you can do here. I've seen a lot of different damage boost strats, and there's also a way to catch the first cycle if you jump and open that. Looks like Ddraig just taking care of the enemies safely, getting up there. Naru, ooh, avoids the Emmy there. That was the bad Emmy pattern, but if you have clean movement coming back through there, it's not too big a deal, that one. Takes care of that robot, because why not? Ooh, nice slide out of there. So if you hold right and like slide right immediately after shooting the button, you can slide during the cutscene, which is a bit faster. Saves a little bit of time. That was clean. You got Ddraig not doing the heater room. This is like not that much slower, 1 or 2 seconds slower. Going down the bottom route just to make sure he gets through safely. It's been spotted by the Emmy there, but that pattern isn't too bad. You should be able to get out of here. We have Naru getting very close to one of the major tricks in this run. Alright, this is Atom Skip, so what Naru is doing is... Oh wow, gets it very clean there. Making it look easy, but that trick is definitely not easy. That's like 2 frame perfect wall jumps back to back and a melee on the slope. Like all of that is quite technical. That just skips like the rest of the Atom text in the game basically, because we don't talk to the next one, we don't trigger any of the events. That was very clean. It meant that we... Oh, and a nice pseudo wave to top it off. This is actually a great time up to this point for Naru. Ddraig not too far behind. Ooh, Naru very close to that Emmy there, but gets over no problem. Doing the reverse Atom Skip as Ddraig comes in to the Atom Room. A little bit of a high five there from the runners. And let's see how Ddraig goes with Atom Skip. This is such a tough trick. Full focus mode here for Ddraig, so basically like the best setup there, they're both grabbing the bottom part of the magnet just to set up the wall jumps in a clean way. The most consistent setup, I would say. And they want to melee into the slope and very quickly jump. So they're sort of jumping like off the wall, like the furthest way possible from the wall. You have to get like a couple of them back to back if you want to reach the magnet. So we're basically like extracting as much height as we can. Oh, and he gets up. Very nice. So even if that takes like 7, 8 tries, you're still saving a lot more time rather than going down the bottom route. Saves like 2.5, 3 minutes over the whole run. So both runners getting through there, you love to see it. Got a bit of a freeze here on Naru's stream as Ddraig drains the tomato soup. We have to give Adam something to eat down there. He's waiting for Samus, he's got a picnic set up and all that, but we're just never going to go in that room. Samus has more important things to do. This is any percent. It's not all Adam's percent. So we're getting out of here. Nice clean jump over the Emmy there. Thought on my back with Naru as well in Dairon. Ooh, falls down. Okay, this should be fine. He's just got to get up. Or, thankfully that door opened. It's unfortunate that Emmy was just below him there. That's the thing with these Emmy rooms, like even the ones that aren't too bad sometimes, if you make like any movement mistakes, the Emmy will be there. It'll take advantage of it any way it can. It smells fear. Ddraig with no fear getting out of there just fine. Grabs the E-Tank. That one's pretty much free as well. That's probably the fastest E-Tank in the game, that one. Naru getting their wide beam. Or also known as the Spazer, fans of Super Metroid. But here we're going to use it to open these special wide beam doors and push a couple of wide beam blocks, and it's just nice for damaging the enemies. Oh, that was super clean, killing that robot enemy without slowing down. This room's quite treacherous, gets through very clean. Another Emmy sequence here. This one's not too bad, it's pretty much like a cutscene there. The Emmy's always going to be in the same spot behind the gate there. So Naru's making their way out of Dairon under 19 minutes. This is a very clean run from Naru so far, very fast. As Ddraig high fives on their way in there.
Alright, back to Catters. Outlook.
Ddraig and Dairon is like, it's one of those areas that just kind of, it's like more technical than it might seem. There's just enemies everywhere. Lots of kind of precise movement. These bats can get in. Oh, nice dodge from that bat there. And Naru on their way to take down this next enemy. See what kind of strat they go for in this enemy kill, but it's there's one incredibly, unbelievably difficult strat they could do here that saves 1 second. It's something you don't see too often in race settings, especially. Yeah, Naru just setting up the kill up here. That's should have just enough time with his shot. No worries. And Ddraig making their way through this treacherous room out of Dairon. Just bonks on the enemy there, but still gets up. I think the main thing you want to avoid in this room is falling down. Both runners out of there clean. Naru gets their morph ball. Pretty late to be getting morph ball in a Metroid game compared to other 2D games, but you know, Samus can slide in this game, so we don't need it as early, really. Ooh, nice clean slide morph into that tunnel there by Naru. It's always satisfying to get that. And gets the missile skip as well. Draig's on their way out of Dairon. Oh, Naru nails the hardest jump in the game first try, that one tile gap. I always find that difficult. It tries to draw you into the corners for some reason. You really have to stand in exactly the right spot to do that jump. We've got Naru leaving Caterus, Ddraig on their way now to take down the Emmy. I see you kill there from Ddraig, and Naru successfully avoids the E-Tank part. Well, Ddraig getting like a bit more distance here from this enemy, just making sure nothing goes wrong here. Well, okay, I wasn't sure if the faceplate actually broke then. Thankfully it did. And Ddraig with a clean enemy kill too, getting Morph Ball. And Naru coming through the escape here. Very clean movement so far. Opening these charge doors a bit earlier. And they got their Varia suit. Which is a good thing because they just blew up the previous room and now it's a heated room, so it's a good thing Varia suit is here. We can go back through it now. You see, like, both runners like throwing in morph balls whenever they can when they're falling and stuff. We just got that item, but like, the way this game is, there's so many things that make a difference to your movement. Like, the morph ball can help you fall a bit faster. And getting like clean morphs into tunnels and stuff can also save you time. Got a bit of a teleport high five here. I wonder if Samus actually can see in this teleporter. You have to wonder what teleportation feels like. Maybe the whole run flashes before your eyes. Samus gets out of there refreshed, on their way to Kraid now. Jumping over that little bowl of tomato soup there. So yeah, even though we can run through heated rooms, that lava still damages you. Sorry, did I say lava? I meant tomato soup. Naru just taking a bit of damage. Oh, it actually jumps over that one. Doesn't matter if you take a bit of damage here. You can get a health refill from this blob on the door there. And Naru making their way into Kraid. There's a bit of RNG in this fight in every phase. Sometimes you just got to deal with whatever Kraid throws at you. We'll see what kind of strats Naru does, trying to get these missiles in. So when he gets a bit tricky. Oh, gets a couple of clean charge shots there, straight into the next phase. Oh, he gets a good RNG, jumping up. You've got to be careful. Okay, nice, nice, nice. So Kraid was a bit nice there. They didn't have to shoot in the belly all the way. Got a nice clean phase 2 straight up there. There's a single wall jump strat you can do to get up there without that, but it's very, very difficult. Oh, that was a very clean fight from Naru out of there. As Ddraig grabs their Varia suit now. I think Naru with quite the lead at this point. About 2 minutes or so, I would say. See, 26-20 diffusion beam from Naru. We still have quite a few tough things in this run, including like a bunch of tricks to get space jump early and screw attack. Those areas can be potential equalizers. And Naru's out of there. This is where we'll see if Naru actually goes for the early space route, because after you come out of this Kraid teleporter, you can go left and do the short boost route. Or you can go right and get grapple beam. We've got another teleporter high five here. Samus just high-fiving herself in a different dimension. Not quite sure how teleporters work in this game. But, you know, it gets you where you need to go, so I'm not going to question it. Ddraig on their way to meet Kraid. Okay, Naru's going for early grapple here on the right. So this is kind of a treacherous room too. You gotta be careful you don't fall down here. These jumps are not too precise, but if you do fall down, it's a death. Gets over nice and clean. There we go. And Ddraig navigating these pre-Kraid rooms now. You can hear Kraid roaring in the background, just ready to go. Kraid's ready for his match. We're having a bit of trouble with this blob. Let's be careful they don't take too much damage. Looks like they'll be fine. Should get a nice health refill here. Yep, plenty of missiles. And we'll see how Ddraig goes at Kraid. Oh, not the best RNG in phase 1. Just gotta have these tricky shots at the top now. Gotta get some charge shots in. So Naru gets the grapple beam. That's phase 1, so let's see what kind of luck he gets in phase 2. Well, Kraid not treating Ddraig as nicely as Naru, unfortunately just has to shoot in the belly. It's a little bit slower than getting the claws to get up, or the nails rather. So here he just wants to hold on to the magnet and not fall down. Kraid's about to throw another punch here. Oh no, jumped a little bit too early there. Ooh, okay, yeah, gets lucky coming back up here. Nice, nice, nice. Gets the stairs. Yeah, if you fall down, either you just have to shoot the belly again, or... Oh, nice. Takes care of Kraid, no worries. Or you can do, like, if Kraid is almost dead, you can do charge shots from the bottom and just, like, jump and shoot from the bottom, but I don't think Kraid was that close. And Ddraig gets the fusion beam. I think he's about 3 minutes behind at this point. Quite a bit of work to do, but we still have a lot to go in this run. And Naru's out of there with their grapple beam. Yeah, grapple beam, such a fun item in this game. It's like a nice movement item, as you see there, just grabbing that wall. Like it pulls Samus like a little bit faster than you would go if you were just normally... Oh no! So Naru has a tough Emmy pattern here to deal with. This is an awkward spot. So Emmy's just above him somewhere. Oh no. It's got to be careful. So his Aeon gauge is going down with his cloak usage, and after that goes down, his health is going to start to drain. So he's opting to get all the way out of there. He's going the bottom route here. Just baiting that Emmy, trying to bring it downstairs. Let's see if he can get up in time. Oh, he gets out of there. Okay. That was a bit scary. There's a... If you have super clean movement in there, you can cloak and get away with that just by going the same way, but got caught out a little bit by that pattern. Those rooms can be punishing. But also does a nice job to not get caught there. Got Ddraig now heading to early grapple. Oh, very clean jump over there. And Naru gets the bombs. Gonna make their way out here through this little bomb pipe, I guess. Samus just launching herself through there. Grabbing that missile pack pretty much on the way. But for the most part, these runners will be skipping any 2 packs they can because it's much more efficient to grab the 10 packs of missiles. And there's a couple of them that they can grab later on. Ooh, nice grapple there, Naru. And got Ddraig swinging through there with the grapple beam as well. You love to see the clean grapple movement. Very nice. Ddraig just jumping out of the grapple there. There's like a lot of cool things you can do, like chaining grapples together. You can jump out of it before you even reach the spider magnet. We've got Ddraig in the elevator, Naru making their way to Berenia now. So this is where it's kind of nice to have Grapple Beam. If you're doing the short boost route, you wouldn't have Grapple Beam going through Berenia, so they'll be able to take a couple of shortcuts here. Pull open some blocks and stuff. Ddraig gets out of that lava room on the back wave fairly clean. So Ddraig just ran through one, and Naru's running through one now. Those are Adam rooms that normally you would have to, if you didn't do the Adam skip, you would have to stop in those rooms and talk to Adam for a bit. So both runners saving time just by running through those rooms without having to stop. And Ddraig with a much cleaner Emmy room there would have actually gained a little bit of time. Oh, Naru's going for the backdoor flash. So these bomb jumps are kind of tricky. You just need to get into a good rhythm, rock back and forth. Gets it first try. No problems at all. Unfortunately, closes the gate, so they have to wait a couple of seconds to get out. But, you know, I bet they'll be happy with that. That would still be faster than going the bottom round there. Which is like 7 or 9 seconds slower. Depends. If you get it first try, it's definitely faster to do backdoor flash. It's out of there nice and clean. It's actually a great run from Naru so far. I wonder how close they are to their PB. It's looking very clean. As Ddraig grabs his bombs. We'll see what kind of strat. There's different strats you can do here. Looks like he's doing the pseudo wave pause buffer. So they're pausing, holding L and a certain direction. So Samus unleashes it immediately after you unpause and takes down those blobs down there without having to actually go down there. See, like a lot of runners' preference when it comes to this. Like these pseudo waves, they are faster if you can pull them off very cleanly. They're having a bit of trouble with this one. Okay, they get to it, no worries. Yeah, if you don't do that, you gotta just go down there, blow up the blobs with some water movement, ledge hops and stuff, and then water bomb jump out of there. Yeah, some runners don't like the water bomb jump, some don't like the pseudo shots, so you have a couple of options. It's one of those rooms where find a strat that works for you. Ooh, Ddraig just missing the hole in one there. Yeah, we've got another high five here, in and out of Berenia. Actually, the Naru's tram is a little bit lower than Draig's. So that's one reason you go through Berenia here. You just exit down the bottom and get to this semi zone. Nonetheless, the trams are on time. Yeah, about 3 minutes between the runners at this point. Ddraig with a lot of catching up to do, but there's still a long way to go in this run. Not just the tricks at early space, but also the boss fights, like Golzuna, Ravenbeak later on, can always play a factor in these runs. Ooh, Ddraig just missing the cloak slide. I thought that was good, actually. If you cloak slide there in the right time, you avoid getting bonked back by the laser. Unfortunately, just missed out, as we have Naru here taking on this Emmy. So with these Emmys, you just want to hold that cursor on it for dear life. If you start missing shots, then it starts walking towards you faster. That was a very good kill there from Naru. Very clean, very fast. Got Ddraig with some nice movement here through Berenia, so just avoiding the water as much as possible, jumping out of it and stuff, because the water slows you down quite a bit. see what kind of route Ddraig goes. So he go on the bottom route. So we'll lose a little bit of time here because Naru got the backdoor flash very quickly. So as you can see, Ddraig is pretty much in that room now. So it's not too much slower to go this bottom route, and Ddraig just making sure he gets that flash shift. And Naru's already got their speed booster. This is where the speedrun really like kicks into gear. Once you get flash shift and speed booster, there's so many new strats. It almost feels like part 2 of the game. It's like a completely different feel to the speedrun. Samus flying all over the place. You want to use flash shifts any way you can because they're just so fast. Naru using flash shift nicely there to do like a bit of a single wall jump. Oh, misses the hardest shot in the game, that grapple. It's always hard when you're coming full speed through all those rooms and you just have to immediately stop and aim precisely up. So yeah, we've got Ddraig doing another different strat here. He's going down here to shoot these blobs. He's got very clean movement here actually. This might actually gain some time if he pulls all this off smoothly. This water bomb jump's kind of tough. Ooh, just misses. Sorry Ddraig, I jinxed you. Alright, grabs it. Actually, he still might have had a cleaner room there, because Naru struggled with the pseudo waves a bit, so both runners getting out of there with different strats at a similar pace. For that room at least. Now we've got Naru in Ferenia. Ooh, getting bonked by that Sonic there. Ooh, nice getting out of there with Flash. Alright, this is the next boss. So this Trozo robot, they want to try and get 2 Shine Sparks to take care of this boss. There's the first one, very clean. They're just luring the robot up there just to give themselves some space. Getting the second charge. That was a clean fight there from Naru. Bit of RNG in that fight with what the enemy does, but there's a few different ways you can set it up. You can sort of tank damage down the bottom, or you can lure it up the top. Ddraig running away from this Emmy, looking clean so far. This is one of maybe the hardest CE room, I would say, because the stuff just flying everywhere. Gets through it just fine. Now we've got Naru coming out of there. They're going to be going back to Barenia, because there's a lot of cutscenes in that area Naru just passed, and it showed us opening up a new area in Barenia. Oh, nice clean Emmy kill there from Ddraig as well. Naru with some nice clean flash shifts, taking care of that enemy as well. And they're going back to Barenia as Ddraig gets their new speed booster. Yeah, speed boost is just so satisfying in this game. You can keep your speed by doing wall jumps, by going into morph balls. Like so many ways to keep the speed going. It's gonna be chaining together some wall jumps, sliding under here. Oh, it's so good. Keeps it all the way. See if he grabs this E-tank. Yeah, I believe Naru got that as well. Oh, Naru flash shifting past the laser. Actually, that was nice. Opting not to do that speed booster strat there. Ooh, a bit of a wall jump there. I'm not sure they'll still be able to get this. Ooh, just misses out on the ball spark there. Yeah, pretty much immediately after you get Flash Shift and Speed Booster, you're just using them everywhere, as you can see in this Barenia 2 section. So this is another minor glitch, this pseudo wave here. Just got to angle a bit down, and you want to slide and turn around and make the shot. There's one, you got to shoot this one twice though. Very nice. Climbing up there with the grapple. Ooh! Just misses that shot. Can he get out of there? Nice. That was close. I've got Ddraig getting bonked by the Sonic there. The Sonic's not happy today, but bonked both runners there. We'll see how Ddraig takes care of this Chozo robot. Still getting the setup, luring the robot up there. Very nice. Gives themselves plenty of room for this speed booster. Ooh, gets sniped. Ooh, again, this robot's not happy. Oh, okay. He still gets the store and the spark. Nice. Naru opting to flash shift here again, just with a very clean grapple though. Now he's going to be trying to store a Shine Spark into this next Chozo robot fight. Very nice. That's kind of important in this fight, otherwise you might run out of missiles. Still needs about 26 or 27 or so missiles to finish him off. It's looking pretty good. And with the 3 E-tanks, no worries there at all. That happens to me so often, that flash shift on that ledge there, you just get eaten. You gotta be careful. Ooh, we have Ddraig going the top route to get back to Barenia. This is honestly like not too much slower. I believe it depends on what kind of strats you want to go for in the other route, but yeah, Ddraig making their way. It's nice to see like different routes in a race. Now we're getting their super missiles there. Unfortunately aren't used for very long. You just open a couple of super missile doors. There's one boss fight and that's about it. Mainly because these runners are so fast, we'll be getting ice missiles soon enough to replace them. And Draig's on their way to Barenia 2. I believe still a couple of minutes behind, but like sort of kept the pace like consistent through that last area. Got a bit of a freeze on Naru's side, but see if we can get that back. We'll see if Ddraig goes for the speed strats here in Barenia, because Naru decided to flash shift here. Let's see. Yeah, Ddraig going for the speed booster. Ooh, just misses out on the morph tunnel. It's a tricky one. Oh, back with Naru in Alune as well. Let's see if Ddraig can store this ball spark. Oh, so close. I think they actually had that. Just missed out on activating it. Naru gets the plasma beam. When Ddraig gets through the pseudo, I think that was a little bit cleaner, that pseudo wave there. Let's see how he deals with the climb. Just taking care of those enemies, not taking any chances there. It's very punishing if you fall down there, that climb. Got Naru here going into the next boss fight. It's a bit of RNG here. You basically don't want it to jump on the wall too much. And it can hit pretty hard as well. You can tank some damage if you're about to finish it off, but I mean, Naru has 3 E-tanks, so... But yeah, as you can see, that that wave of... whatever that was, it did a full E-tank's worth of damage. But Naru's through there just fine. Now Ddraig's heading to the next boss in Gabaran. See if they get this spark off. Very nice. So they're sliding into this enemy on... Oh, unfortunately gets trolled there with a counter. That's such a quick attack. It has the most knockback as well. They get pushed off the platform. So I'm going to be a little bit careful here. Because I'm hitting the Chozo to take less damage than the actual attacks. And gets through there in the end. No worries. So yeah, if you slide into that robot or just touch it, you get like a bit of iframes for its actual attack, which would have done way more. Naru out of a loon now on their way to the ice enemy. Ooh, so this speed keep, you can keep it all the way. But just gets bonked there. Oh no, you can always recharge it here. There's quite a big room. And you can also flash shift here if it doesn't work out. Oh nice, he gets it back. Just gotta be careful about this Emmy. I think he got a good Emmy pattern on the left there. Yeah, nice. Ddraig gets the super missiles. So now we're doing the next minor glitch here, water bomb jump. Get... Oh, so Ddraig's out of Gabaran, Naru, the clean CU fight, gonna take on this ice Emmy now. Oh, misses that shine spark. He can quickly get up here. Oh, the Emmy's gone down. I don't actually know if he opened that door on the left or not. Doesn't look like it, so he's standing up on the left, waiting for the Emmy to go on the right side. Let's see if it actually goes there. This can be treacherous if the Emmy doesn't show up where you expect it to. There it is. Okay. Looks like he's got himself plenty of room here for this kill. Oh, he's got to be careful. See, the Emmy's starting to walk faster when you miss shots. Got to hold that down. This is going to be a close one. Looks like he should be able to... Oh! Oh no, he's going to have to counter. Oh, that's unfortunate. So in the meantime, we've got Ddraig getting through a loon here, making a bit of time up. See if we can set up this positioning again. Oh, he gets a nice clean shine spark this time. Yeah, I don't think he opened the door on the way in here, so the Emmy's not gonna come out of it. That's like one of those really specific things with these Emmy rooms. You want to open that door like before you drop down that tunnel in the first place. Otherwise, Emmy kind of behaves a bit differently. But we'll see if we can get this kill from the left here. Well, this one's looking a bit cleaner. Alright, they got the faceplate off. Let's see if they can charge this shot in time. This is going to be close. Gets it. No worries. Bit of time lost there, but it gets through in the end. And we've got Ddraig heading into this warrior fight. Nice clean start there. Good RNG with the warrior not jumping out of the way. Oh, that was a very nice fight there from Ddraig. So we have Naru making their way to space jump. One of the more tough tricks in the run coming up. So we've got Naru exiting there at 53.23. We'll see if Ddraig has gained any time. I think he might have gained a little bit of time here and there. Still like quite a few minutes behind though. But he can recover a bit if he has a clean Emmy room. We got side-by-side tram action here, you gotta love it, going different ways. Alright, so Naru's here. This is early space jump. There's two different strats you can do. You can do a space pseudo wave to shoot this blob down below, or you can do some bomb jumps. Going for the fastest strat here. Alright. So, gets it first try. No worries at all there from Naru. They're very, very clean, very fast space pseudo there. So that's, you want a precise angle there, and you want to wait. You want to be watching that bug. I think like every runner has like a slightly different cue for that. But he gets it first try. His angle was just right, timing was just right. Now we have Ddraig just getting away from that Emmy, no worries there. Naru was super clean moving here, just bombing that block, getting out of here with their new space jump. So we see Ddraig with a... Oh, nice, a successful water bomb jump there. Oh no, this is such a tough room, such a finicky room. These platforms, they just disappear if you spend too long on them. He's got to try and regroup here. You have to wait for them to respawn, so it can be very frustrating. Let's see if we can get up there. This enemy starts to get more problematic as well. It might be better off just taking down that enemy. It kind of depends. Yeah, he's not taking any of that. Oh, this is looking clean. Ooh, and he gets up. Nice. Naru on their way now back to Atari to get screw attack. And we'll see if Ddraig can have a clean ice Emmy kill here without getting caught. He might save a little bit of time still. See what kind of setup he goes for. Flash shifting straight up here. And the Emmy did come out of that room because he shot the door before dropping down, unlike Naru, so he's got like a little bit better pattern here. Still got to be careful the Emmy doesn't get too close. Ooh, this might be an off-screen kill here. These are always scary. Oh, okay, it broke. He's backing out of there. So another thing you can do is open that door behind you and back off. There's a lot of... Oh, never mind. Drake's got his strat, nails it. Very clean. Yeah, those Emmy rooms are always scary when things start to go wrong, when the Emmy gets a little bit too close and you have to start adjusting. But Ddraig just keeping his cool there. Got Naru here, chaining together flash shift, speed booster. We have so much movement tech at this point. It's really fun coming back through this area. It's so fast as well. Making our way, like, pretty much crossing the entire planet to get screw attack and then coming back to where we were. This is probably like the downside of the early space routes, is where if you're doing the short boost route where you get screw attack early, you will gain the most time, not having to do all this backtracking and stuff. Now we're getting through the cold rooms here, no worries. Alright, so here, this is quite a technical section. They want to get a water bomb jump to reach that height up there, and then they're going to try and water space jump across. So this, every time they kind of clip that corner, they're gaining a bit more height. Oh, gets up there very clean. And you can just jump out of there, like kind of like you're riding the waves. And another water bomb jump to get up here, and they'll have their screw attack. And now we have Ddraig up to early space. We'll see what strat they go for here, if they go for the pseudo wave. Yep, they are. So it's a very precise shot. Gets it first try. Get both runners getting it first try. No worries. Amazing. It's always a relief. But it is much harder than the runners make that look. Very precise angle and timing. But it is something you can kind of practice and get used to. I've got Naru here doing like setting up a little pseudo shot or a diffusion shot to get that gate open from the top. Very nice. This platforming is very difficult. Just have to zigzag here with like a good pattern and they get out of there, no worries. It's been quite a clean run so far from Naru overall. Looking very, very good here. Still a couple of minutes ahead. Still have a couple of like tough boss fights to go and stuff. You never know what could happen, but getting to the tail end of this run now. And yeah, we got Naru in the teleportation part of the run, where you just very quickly run through that room and go to the next teleporter. But he's got the screw attack now, so don't need to be there anymore. See Ddraig speed boosting through these rooms. This movement here is like so satisfying when you come down here. Oh, gets a nice morph ball speed keep there. Fortunately, doesn't keep it all the way, but still manages to spark up there fairly quickly, and they're on their way to screw attack now. So even though this is quite a detour, screw attack is just that. Well, it's not only helpful, but it's also like a progression item in this game where you want to break the screw attack blocks to actually progress. Naru making their way through the maze there. Ooh, nice clean space jumps there to not fall into the water too deeply there. And on their way to get gravity suit. Ddraig is on their way to screw attack. Ddraig taking care of all those enemies. It can be nice to kill a couple of enemies before coming in here, because we're going to be going through a couple of cold rooms where you take damage. It's not too bad compared to like the short boost route, but still something you want to keep in mind. Oh, okay, Naru's going through some series of shine sparks to get early gravity. Looking clean so far. Very nice. Oh, opting to grab that 10 pack. I believe they skipped the one before Kraid. Yo, none of these runners are doing the short boost route. They're both doing early space, so they have space jump here. We're doing the space jump method, and Ddraig with very clean space jump, water space jumps to get up there. So yeah, you get screw attack much later in this route compared to the short boost route, where you would come here earlier. You wouldn't need space jump, but it's the Thoha bracket, where you would mostly see early space route. Ddraig having a bit of trouble with this water bomb jump. This one can be, if you're a little bit too hasty, then you don't get the height. You want to just stay in morph ball as long as you can, because that gives you the extra push up, but gets up, no worries. Now they got their screw attack. Naru has their gravity suit. And Ddraig has to do another water bomb jump to get out of here. It looks like they're setting it up. There's a couple of ways to do this. There's like a really hard jump you can place on the surface of the water. Looks like they're going for that. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you just want to unmorph really quickly and either wall jump or space jump out. We've got Naru in the double robo fight now, lining them up nicely on this top platform. Ooh, this is looking good. Nice, takes care of the first one very clean. That was a great fight. Basically, whenever you can keep the robots from jumping around on the other platforms, that's a good fight. Naru getting out of there very clean, very fast. Ddraig, ooh, very clean platforming through there. No problems at all there for Ddraig. But opted to blow up the blob from the bottom, so that would have cost them a bit of time, but then I think they gained time with that. Very smooth platforming. And we have another teleportation high five. I mean, it could be a high five. Samus could be anywhere in the teleporter, really. Alright, Naru coming back to Gabaran. There's one of the trickiest boss fights in the run coming up for Naru. There's quite a few different strats you can use here. Mainly you want to get Shine Sparks into Golzuna as clean as possible. In a bit of trouble with that door. That can be frustrating. They take so long to give you a second counter opportunity. Alright. Let's see, setting up the Shine Spark. Ooh, nice. Oh, it doesn't store it. You can still get it back up here. See if he has enough time to... Ooh, okay, this is where it gets a bit tricky. He's got to be careful he doesn't take too much damage from those. Yeah, he wisely gets out of there. They do, like, more than an E-tank's worth of damage. Firing some missiles in here. This is where you're kind of at the mercy of like Golzuna's temperament. It can do quite a few different things. Sometimes it gives you the chance to speed boost, sometimes it doesn't. Or Naru has to be careful. Oof! I believe it's almost dead. Just gotta get a couple more missiles. And be careful not to get hit by this. Oh no, get out of there. Oof. Yeah, any of those laser dot things are going to kill Naru at this point. It does more than an E-tank's worth of damage. Just being very careful. Oh, nice, gets clean. Oh, be careful. Okay, grab some health from those X-parasites. Yeah, opting to just finish that off without the speed boost is nice. He gets through. That was scary, but getting through there without a death is still nice. So there is a chance for Ddraig to make up time if he pulls off the Shine Sparks in that fight later on. It's one of those extra punishing fights where, like, when things go wrong, it's like it ends up being quite a big time loss. Just small things that can make a big difference in that fight. But Naru will be happy to be out of there. So we have Ddraig making their way to Gravity Suit now. Ooh, nice clean. Breaking the blocks and storing it at the same time. That's nice and fast. And they've got to keep this speed all the way to the blocks at the very end of this puzzle. Looking good. Nice, grabbing that 10-pack. Don't believe they got the Kraid ones either, so opting to get that one instead. Which is a little bit faster. Oh, we've got Ddraig doing some plumbing here. While Naru is coming out to a minor glitch, a reverse grapple beam. They just want to kind of slide into this, turn around, and grapple this block from the other side. Like, I honestly still struggle with this. It's like kind of rhythm you have to get into, and it pulls it off nice. It just saves a bit of time going the top route and grabbing the missile pack. So I think he still would have saved time getting that. And Ddraig has that gravity suit. Grabbing that 10 pack. So you can see why now why the runners skipped all those 2 packs of missiles, because these 10 packs are pretty much free in this area. Much more efficient. See how the robos treat Ddraig here. Looking good so far, keeping them at the top. Ooh, okay, nice. Tanks the damage before that counter hits him, so he doesn't get bonked back too far. Ooh, that one was unfortunate. This is where the robots start doing their own thing and it gets trickier. Okay, takes care of it, no worries. Doesn't panic, stays up there, lures the robot up there, so that wasn't too bad actually. And we got Naru flying through Ferenia. This is where the Emmy can get in the way. Oh, he stops. Let's see if he can navigate past this one. It's just underneath him. Oh, jumps over. That was close. He's got to be careful he doesn't get seen in the spotlight. Oh, nice. Gets out of there. Because, yeah, if that spotlight even tagged him for a second, the door would have closed. But he's out of there with some clean movement. Now we have Ddraig making their way to Golzuna. We'll see if they can make up some time here. This is a very difficult fight. We've got Naru taking on SU at the same time. You gotta love this. Back-to-back boss fight action. Naru setting up the Shine Spark. Nice. Pulls it off. And Ddraig also setting up a Shine Spark. Ooh, nice. Just gets it. Let's see if I can get the second one. Oh no! Accidentally unleashes it there. I feel that. So now he might be able to set it up again, but he's gonna just have to be careful now. So it's very tight to destroy the Sun Spark after that. Just opting to go for the missiles and see if he can avoid these little laser dot things. Cross bomb patterns. He's done well not to take too much damage. Looks like he's just opting to finish off with missiles, not gonna waste too much time on the sparks, and that ended up being pretty clean. I think he still had a faster fight there. Ooh, getting trolled there while he's trying to get the speed booster. And takes care of it with screw attack in the end, and have cross bombs. Now we see Naru. Ooh, getting hit by that enemy. Ooh, does he store the Shine Spark on the way out? Just in time, yep. So that's gonna speed up this fight quite a bit. That gold Chozo is pretty much on their last legs, yep. So here's another difference. If you were doing the short boost route, you would want to go left there to grab space jump, but Naru already has it, so they exit that room on the right. So we see Ddraig making their way out of Gavaran now. So Naru making their way to the Wave Emmy. We've had a very clean Hanubia so far. Oh, sorry, Ferenia. There's something you see the runners do sometimes like there is get a really quick charge shot. You can do that. If you spin jump while charging a shot, you'll end up charging it quite a bit faster. Oh, Ddraig gets the reverse grapple. Second try, I believe he saved time there. Over Naru as well. Still quite a bit behind, but now making his way to Ferenia, and we'll see what kind of kill Naru goes here on this Emmy. Ooh, going for the tough one, lining it up. Okay, it's gonna have to be very accurate here with these shots. Ooh, maybe missed a couple. Might have to jump over it. We'll see what he does. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. He gets the turnaround. Okay. And we've broken the faceplate. Nice. Looks like he's setting up the final shot here. Very nice. Good job, Naru. That's scary. I still don't even go for that strap. GG's pulling off that. Now they get their wave beam. So we don't have to do pseudo waves anymore, we can just actually shoot through walls. See what kind of Emmy Ddraig gets here. Oh, also gets the bad one. Emmy not playing nice today. He's got to be careful he doesn't... Okay, no worries. Yeah, the door's open. That actually wasn't too bad. The Emmy spotted him, but by the time he got to the door, the Emmy had just forgotten, so he didn't have to wait there at the door. See Ddraig coming into SQ now. See if he gets that spark on the way in. Very nice. It's funny, you see SQ like in the background waiting for Samus here, just lurking, but he doesn't realize that Samus also has a surprise for it with a nice shine spark to start the fight. Oh, that was very clean. Finishing off there with 3 screw attacks. And we've got Naru into the red Chozo fight now. So here they're using Storm Missiles just to get around that shield. They want to see if they can skip the shield phase, getting in some damage before they initiate the counter. Looks like they did it. Very nice. So here, these goop things do a lot of damage. You gotta be a little bit careful. Oh no! Oh, that was close. One more hit and Naru's dead. Okay, takes care of the boss. No worries. And Ddraig has that Storm Missiles getting out of there. Actually, it does look like Ddraig made up like quite a bit of time in that like whole last area with Golzuna fight and stuff. I'm still a couple of minutes behind, but doing pretty well in this back half of the run. Gets the Shine Spark. Let's see if they can stay up on this platform. So the Gold Chozo should almost be dead. Nice. And I get like a bit of health drops from that as well to finish off the second one. And that was a very clean fight, and they're out of there. And so Naru here has the power bombs now. They're gonna hope to get good RNG with these power bomb drops. Because you only have 2, but you need more than 2. All the string freezes in suspense. Just gonna assume they got the good RNG, because that always happens. Ddraig using the Storm Missiles here. Get through that. They're on their way to fight the Wave Emmy as well. We'll see what kind of strat they go for there. So yeah, that was like a 3-second CU unit fight. That's why I think these CU units, they don't change much, but Samus gets stronger throughout the game. So like, they actually get easier. 1 Shine Spark, 1 Screw Attack, and you're out of there. And Naru takes down the Gold Chozo. Very clean. Looks like they got heaps of health. But that's kind of similar to the Red Chozo fight, but does way more damage. Naru on good pace here, heading to the final area. Oh, we got Ddraig going for the deep blue strat. So this is like a similar setup to what Naru did, but like the Emmy walks a bit slower because he didn't drain the water fully. He shot that button twice. Or missed a couple of shots. It might still be alright. Let's see if we can get that Emmy before it reaches him. Oh, this is close. Has the confidence, knows that he's done it. Lines up the second shot. Oh, very clean. That was close. Both runners with a great wave Emmy kill there, and you get to see like the water effects there. Nice to see both kills there. So that one with the water, it's a bit slower, but you do get more time to take down the Emmy, and it looks very cool. More importantly, and we have Naru now on their way to the final boss. Alright, here we are in Ravenbeak, so this is a very, very technical fight. You see, alright, he's gonna try and use storm missiles and just mash as fast as he can here. He's got the 2 lock, that helps.
Yeah,
Oh nice, he
skip,
does get the gold
baby.
skip. Let's go. That's very tough, you need fast mashing there. Now we're into phase 2 where...
Nice Ravenbeak.
So what he's doing, like that melee, like, ooh, this is getting very good RNG in this fight. Oh, unfortunately, it doesn't set up the melee.
Might as well get a couple shots in.
See, on my first playthrough, I remember like
be that nice.
having to jump over those laser shots, but if you just set up a melee, you can get in lots of damage without having to move. Throwing in a few cross bombs there. Cross bombs, they didn't do that much damage in phase 2, but he's just trying to go for all the damage he can to get through this fight, and into phase 3 now. Oh, is he going to take the counter? Takes it. Opts to not finish it off. He's going to get some health drops and stuff from that counter. Sometimes you want to take those early counters, but there's just a lot of options you have in this fight. Getting a stun there, which is a little bit slow, but you just power bomb it. Oh, and a second counter. Alright. Not a bad phase 3. So cross bombs do a bit more in phase 3 than phase 2. He's kind of combining the missiles with cross bombs here to maximize his damage. Oh nice, he gets through very clean there. And we have Ddraig at the red Chozo taking them out. 2 counters at the same time, let's go, you love to see it. But wait, there's one more boss. So this is Ravenbeak X, so what Naru is doing is just waiting for this charge shot. You actually save quite a bit of time if you wait, because you only have to do a certain amount of damage, and if you're not shooting the beam, it walks towards you a little bit faster. So you actually save, what, 5-7 seconds, like more time than I ever thought in that by just delaying your shot. And Naru on their way out of here now through the escape. Let's go. And we got Ddraig. Let's see if they get lucky with power bombs here. Oh, they're gonna need some drops from these little robots down. Oh, looks like they got some. I saw one on the right there. Nice. They can make their way out of here now. Ooh, Naru flying through this escape. Nice clean morph into that tunnel there. Dropping the power bomb. Ooh, Ddraig going for the speed keep there. Gets most of it. Now just recharges it again. Power bombs this tunnel. And Samus is out of there. Well, now we're not going for the spark there. Yeah, so Naru was jumping there before sparking, otherwise if you spark from the ground there while standing up, you activate a little cutscene that just loses a little bit of time. We got Ddraig in this Gold Chozo fight as Naru makes their way off this exploding planet. And GG's to Naru, 1:22:21. That's a great time. GG's. And we got Ddraig here taking down the Gold Chozo. Very happy with that. And Ddraig not too far behind, on their way to the final boss now. This has been a great race. Yeah, I believe Ddraig has sort of kept the gap like very close towards the end here. Not too far behind. We'll see how his Ravenbeak goes. And yeah, please follow these runners if you like what you see. Both amazing Dread players. Yeah, Drake's setting up the Shine Spark here. Something you might have seen like a couple of times in the rooms before is like if you drop a power bomb in the previous room and then run into the next room, the power bomb actually still explodes stuff in the next room, so that saves a bit of time in rooms like that one just there. And let's see how Ravenbeak's going to treat Ddraig here. Like so many different strats you can go for here. Okay, looks like he's fired 9 missiles into Ravenbeak, so he's setting up like a 2-phase gold skip. We'll see. We're gonna have to get a counter or something from Ravenbeak here. There we go. Oh no, unfortunately doesn't trigger the full cutscene. That can happen if you're not shooting fast enough after the storms. Looks like he's gone for... Ooh, just short on damage there, so he doesn't get the gold skip. It's very hard. So in this gold phase, you can't really damage it. You pretty much just have to wait for a counter. Oh, here we go. This is like the slower counter, but you should be able to get enough damage here to start the next phase. I think he's got enough damage already, but the problem with this counter, you just have to watch the entire animation play out. And we're into phase 2 now. So he's going all the way to the left here straight away. If you're like hugging the wall there, you get slightly better patterns. Ravenbeak won't do the stomp attack. Sets up that melee nicely. Gets the second one. Ooh, yeah, gets bonked there. Oh, Ravenbeak being very aggressive to Ddraig here. Gotta be a little bit careful with his health here. Can take 1 or 2 hits. Ooh, gets hit. Lining this melee up very nicely. This is the pattern you always want to get, that laser. If you set it up nicely, you can get, Ooh, it's got to be careful, 31 health. Don't get hit, Ddraig. You got this, mate. He's got no missiles left. Ooh, gets through. He gets some health drops. Not that many, though. He's still going to have to be careful. Oh, gets hit by the Shine Spark. So he, oh, he's got the Sun. This might be nice for him. He might love seeing that because you get some health drops. Gets a little bit of health, not full health, but you can breathe a sigh of relief there a little bit. And he's got full missiles now as well. Oh, gets the counter. Alright, opts to finish this nice and clean. He's done well to survive this fight. Ravenbeak not being kind. Should be just a few shots away now. Very nice. Gets the counter, and he's out of there. And yeah, we'll see if we can get both the runners in for an interview after this, but we got Ravenbeak X and the escape to come from Ddraig. Yeah, delaying that shot just to get squeeze all the time you can out of this sequence. The visual cue I use there is when like the left foot lands a second time, like shortly after that. It's probably not the best one, but like whatever works for you in that. Something you got to experiment with. Like how late do you want to shoot? How many tenths of a second do you want to save? Now we got Ddraig making their way out of here. We're blowing up this planet twice today. Cleaning up those blocks with that power bomb. It's looking like sub 130 pace from Ddraig here if he pulls off this clean escape. Charging up the spark here. And like Naru, you see he jumped there just to avoid the cutscene. Kind of unfortunate, like the cutscene is just really cool, but it's unfortunately quite a bit slower. Ooh, doesn't quite keep the speed there, unfortunate. Mr. Ddraig is out of here. 129.0. I think it was 01. He might have hit that a bit late, but yeah, GG's Ddraig. GG's Naru. We'll see if we can get the runners in here for an interview, but that was good stuff. Oof. Right, looks like we have Naru ready for an interview. We'll just wait and see if Ddraig wants to join us as well. Something you might notice here, the clear time. Oh, Naru, welcome, mate. GG's.
Thank you, thank you.
122.21. How do you feel about that?
I'm like slightly conflicted because as you all saw, that Phantom Cloak was garbage. And then Ice Missiles was even more garbage.
Oh, that Emmy,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Did you realize that the door wasn't open, or like it just wasn't?
So in like hindsight, right? I thought in my head, I was like, I held the charge, I jumped and I let it go, and then I just slid. And as I
Right.
was sliding, I glanced back up and I was like, no.
Yeah, that can happen. It's one of those rooms where, unfortunately, like it's quite punishing when that Emmy starts to move around like that.
Yeah, and then he killed me too. I was like, well, this is down the tubes, but thankfully, what happened now? Oh, Wave, the purple Emmy turned out to be wonderful, and so did the other like the following boss battles. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy though. I think this is a PB. I have to check.
Oh wow! Congrats. Also, Ddraig, welcome, mate. GG's.
Yeah, thank you very much.
How do you feel about your run?
Well, I feel pretty good about it. That was a 7-minute PB for me.
7-minute peep.
Yeah,
I was looking at it like you were sub 130 at the end. That's straight into it. Sub 130. Very nice, mate.
Yeah, my last race was my previous PB, which was a 136 something, and
wow,
just seems like I didn't feel good about some things in this race, but at the same time, it seems like everything went right because 129 is an excellent time compared to what I had 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'll take that very happily. But GG Naru, that was sick time you got, dude. I did hear a little bit that some things didn't go well for you in the race, but still, well done, man. Great race.
Thank you. Same to you. And apparently I was wrong. So this isn't a PB. My actual PB is 122.13. So I was 8 seconds behind.
Oh, that's a great performance for a race, that being that close to your PB as well. Like
Yeah.
both of you putting on an amazing effort there. And you also, like, GG's, both of you got first try space pseudo, I believe. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, and I
that
got the
shocked
early
me.
animation too.
I was like
Right?
hyping up the trick as if it's really hard, and then you just both get it first try.
I
It's
think
great to see.
that's the first time I've ever got it first try. Normally, you're looking
Wow.
at 3 or 4 shots at least for me, and so that's a good example of something that went very right on this run for me.
Yeah, there's always ups and downs in like every run, pretty much. But yeah, with the PB, mostly ups there. Like both you, like that was a
Yeah.
pleasure to commentate. You're both pulling out all the stops there.
Yeah, tournament pressure definitely makes you play at another level because just so everybody knows, I didn't know how to insta spark consistently until today, and then I just started doing it.
Oh, nice. It's kind of tough, isn't it? Like the inputs are really fast for it. It's one of those things. Takes a while.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I would do the melee one where I would melee first and then do it, but sometimes that didn't work, and so
Right.
I have been like watching tutorials on how to do the one where you shoot and then do it, and it wouldn't work. And then today, I guess my fingers just started working.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, Insta Spark. Oh, another
It can be
one.
like that. Yeah, like sometimes things just take a bit to click. There's like so much you can learn in this game. It's always satisfying just to find the next thing and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I've been having a great time, even with these horrible splits I get sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, I've got to agree. I've had an absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've lost 2 races in a row and I am out of this tournament, but I have had a great time. And
Yeah.
a
Oh, it's
big
been a
shout
pleasure.
out to Keko and the guys who set this tournament up because I haven't actually, like, the last time I did any speedruns of Ddraig before this tournament was before Space Pseudo and was found an early
Oh wow.
screw.
Yeah.
So I've sort of like picked this back up now, like the week before the qualifiers, and just jumped straight in. And
I love that.
I don't think I would have been so let's do this if not for this tournament. So yeah, big shout out to those guys for getting this going, and also thank you for commentating.
Oh, it's a
Because it's
pleasure.
always nice to have comms.
Yeah. I'm glad I did. It was nice to watch both of you, and it was a pleasure to have you in the tournament, Ddraig. Like I know you're out now, but the tournament was much better for having you in it. So GG's and great job PBing in the race. Like that's huge. Hopefully we see you do some more runs in the future as well.
Yeah, I definitely plan to stick with it. I saw somebody mentioning that they might try and arrange an all bosses tournament, so I might
Ooh.
have a go at learning that one. And
That should be fun.
Yeah.
like I love the experiment, so I'm definitely up for that.
That's the exact boss I was thinking about when you said that. I was like, oh, experiment. It's going to be a blast.
It upsets me that they managed to remove experiment from any of the runs. To be entirely honest, because for me, best boss in the game by a mile. Like as good as some of the other bosses are, experiment is just such a fun boss to fight, and I don't know why. The spark kill is always awesome as well. So yeah,
sure.
but
there's so much in this game we speed past in 80%. Do you do see it in the background in that room with like the tools working on it, but we don't see the follow up?
Yes,
stay tuned.
Quick high and by.
The one I always love. The one I always love as well is that obviously with the route that's now become sort of the standard for no major glitches 80%, you kill Corpius like more or less straight away, and then when you're coming back through the rooms just after where you would normally fight him, he's sort of floating about in the background, and it just always makes me smile.
Yeah, it's a good thing you don't have to fight him twice though, but he's just reminding you.
He's sitting there waiting just in case you want to come back.
Wait, can you? I don't know because I never tried going back in that room. Can you fight him again?
No, unfortunately
I think
not.
like another enemy spawns in there. Like eventually, when the X parasites come out, it just kind of claims that room for itself. Like one of those enemies. Yeah, but nothing else besides that. So Naru, so you're GG's on the win, and you're heading through the losers bracket now. I believe you're gonna face Shannon in the next round, which is gonna be very hype. How are you feeling going into that?
Relieved because I was super nervous before we hit go today. I was like, man, because like in the winners bracket, I started off nice, and then it went into the pits, and so this time I was like, The first thing I was thinking was how bad is my goals in there going to be, and it was still bad,
Oh,
unfortunately.
you did well
But
there not to die. Honestly, I know how wrong Golzuna can get, but you held on
yeah, for dear life.
very close.
But and so and but I was kind of relieved. Like once I picked it up after that bad Phantom Cloak and stuff, and once I saw I had -13 on wide beam, I was like, okay, so I don't know how I did it, but this might be good. So hopefully I can figure out how to clean up my mistakes before this next match, because I want to run it, like I want to perform as cleanly as I possibly can, especially like in the tournament. So I don't know, I'm gonna be practicing some more.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. As long as we see like runners doing their best, that's all you can ask for, and it's going to be a hype match.
Oh, for sure. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm going to jump in and say I'm also looking forward to your next race, dude. So good luck with that, and I'm sure it's going to be a much better one than this one.
Well, this race was still good. I
Thank
feel like you actually gained time around Golzuna and the Ice Semi. So
But I did.
yeah, you did actually.
Okay. Oh wow.
A couple of
Okay.
minutes behind at that point, but yeah, there was still like really good moments in your run as well, where you did claw back time, like here and there.
Well, that is nice to hear, I will say. But no, like I said, I feel really good about my run, because even where I felt like things weren't going well, I still had a 7-minute PB, and I have to. I don't run my splits when I race. I just use a blanked off timer, so I don't touch it. I just start it and stop it.
Okay,
And that's it.
it's a nice surprise.
So
Then.
I'm now going to have to go back and watch this again to compare to my splits, because I mean I wouldn't be surprised if Isami and Golzuna are two places where I did save time, even though my Golzuna fight wasn't particularly great. I messed up the first speed boost, and then that led to me having to have to missile kill him. And
I think you got the slightly cleaner like backup with the missiles. Just went for it.
Yeah, but still, it didn't feel like it was a particularly slow Golzuna, which is always nice, even if it really was. But yeah, no, I was quite happy with
nice
that.
to get out of that fight.
Yes, definitely. And I always feel like the door just won't open for me until I've shot it a couple of times as well.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like you may have killed it, but I'm going to keep you here just a little bit longer.
All right. Before I sign us out, does anyone want anything else to add?
Thanks everybody for watching, and everybody in the chat. Again, thanks for commentating. Appreciate it, and it was a joy playing against you today, Ddraig, and I hope I see you in another tournament.
Yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, just want to echo that. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you for comments. Thank you, SpeedGaming, for putting this on, and all the admin guys for the actual tournament. And yeah, Naru, thank you for what was an excellent race, which definitely forced me to get better. So yeah, dude, thank you, and again, good luck on your next race. I hope you absolutely kill it.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks both of you for the amazing gameplay there. That was a pleasure to commentate. Thanks everyone for watching. Like you said, thanks like everyone behind the scenes. Thanks to Keku for organizing this, absolute legend. And thanks everyone at SpeedGaming, everyone who does like all the stuff behind the scenes with the cropping and like the layout and like pretty much everything. It's all important. And yep, thanks everyone for watching. So let's see the next match. Let me just quickly peek at the schedule here before I sign us out. I believe we have some like very spicy matches coming up. The next one will be in the Thoha bracket tomorrow, 4 p.m. EST. It'll be 4-5 versus Duplain. That's going to be very hype.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that. Duplain beat me. I want to see him, see how he does.
Yeah, it's heating up in the Thoha bracket now. And we got a couple more for the rest of the week. But yeah, that's it for now. But thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to the runners again, and we will see you next mission.